So we talked players and pitchers that you should be using in Diamond Dynasty in earlier videos this week, but today we're going to talk about some of the cards that you should not be using. Some cards I think are a little overrated in my opinion, cards with better contact stats than power, not the best fielders. We're going to talk about them all in today's video. If you're excited for this one, do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you're new. I would greatly appreciate it, and make sure to follow me over on Twitch. We've been having a ton of great live streams. Would love to see you all in the next one. Hope to see you there, but I hope you enjoy the video, and let's get it.
Minika, watch me on Twitch, ooh, I'm streaming. I'm on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, red button beaming. Let's get that sub count, take over YouTube, ooh, we teaming. My content so high, ooh, yeah, I'm steaming. Ooh, yeah, I'm steaming. Red button beaming.
Alright, so here we go, 12 cards I think you should not be using in Diamond Dynasty right now. These are just my opinion, so if you agree or disagree with me and you like these cards, continue to use them. That's completely okay, because at the end of the day, you want cards that you like to use on your team, and that's the most important part of Diamond Dynasty. So we do have 12 cards in this video, and they will be position players only. Pitchers will get their own video tomorrow, so make sure to stay tuned for that. But the first card we are going to talk about is a card I got stuck with on the no money spent team, and he is off the team now, even though I got a free 90 overall Carson Kelly. I am not the biggest fan of this card. He swings a dead bat, especially against righties. He is unusable against righty arms, 60 contact against righties, 75 power against righties with a dead bat. Feels like he has 50 power against righties. It is just not good at all. I guess he is usable against lefties, so if you want to use him, and then if you go up against a righty, have somebody on the bench ready to go to face righties, because he is okay against lefties. Again, he does swing a dead bat, so even the 103 power against lefties, in my opinion, doesn't feel that high. It probably feels more like 75, 80, because I've squared up a lot of baseballs with Carson Kelly, and the ball does not go anywhere. Feel like he does not hit the ball that hard. He is a solid defender and has okay speed. If you're like me and got stuck with Carson Kelly, you got a free 90 overall catcher, non-sellable, and you're trying to make him work, you can continue to do that. Not going to tell you not to do that, but I got him off the team and I was stuck with him as a free catcher. So on the no money spent team, I got stuck with 90 overall Carson Kelly as my non-sellable catcher, and on my main account, I got stuck with 90 overall JT REALMUTO as my main starting catcher, and I am not a big fan of either of these cards. I think I do like JT a little bit better than Carson Kelly, but neither of them, in my opinion, make the top 10 catchers list at 90 overalls on day one. That's telling you something right there. Don't think these cards are very good, and normally I do like JT cards. His swing is normally pretty solid, okay pop at the plate, pretty solid contact. Obviously, he's going to be a great defender, not really complaining about that. He has a great arm, great speed for the catcher position, one of the fastest catchers of all time, I think, with 85 speed in this game. But his bat, again, swings a dead bat, in my opinion. No pop at the plate on this card. Think he's a horrible hitter, in my opinion. I cannot get a hit with REALMUTO or Carson Kelly. I can't make contact, can't hit hard baseballs, can't hit home runs. That's definitely for sure. So I don't like REALMUTO or Carson Kelly at the plate. I think Sean Murphy is the best catcher by far in the faces of the franchise program. So if you're like me, that got stuck with REALMUTO or Kelly, keep using them if you want to keep a free 90 overall catcher on your team. But I've improved. I went to Napoli, Mauer, Ali Rutschman, much happier with that. Next card up, let's move to the shortstop position, and 90 overall Anthony Volpe here. He's a good card. He's solid all around, but honestly, for the price point, 20K right now, he's not worth it, in my opinion, because there are better faces of the franchise cards. Lindor, Seager, they're better than this card. The Javier Baez and the Tatis Cover Athlete card, they're better than this card. You can even take Jazz as the face of the franchise card, move him to shortstop. That would work better. I think there's 10 shortstops actually better than this 90 overall Anthony Volpe, and some that are much cheaper than this Volpe card. He is well-rounded, pretty solid card. I'm not saying this card in particular is a bad card where I didn't like REALMUTO or Kelly at all. Volpe is not a bad card, but there are way better options. So if you're spending 20K on this card, in my opinion, get your stubs back and go to one of the more budget options like Lindor or Seager, or if you want to take a step up and get one of the elite shortstops, you'll be in a better spot. Next is going to be Freddie Freeman, and if you guys have been watching the channel for a long time, you know I love Freddie Freeman cards. So you're probably like, why is Freddie Freeman in this video? The live series Freddie Freeman, honestly, not very good. I've tried him out a couple times. I think there's 10 first basemans at least better than Freddie Freeman, so kind of like Volpe, this Freddie Freeman card is definitely not bad, but I definitely think there are better first baseman options. Freddie does have a really good inside edge day to day, but against righties, there's still a ton of first basemans better against righties, even with plus 12 to contact and power against righties, so that's telling you something. I do really like Freddie Freeman's swing. Once they come out with a better Freddie Freeman card, you know he'll be back as my starting first baseman on my team. But for right now, if I was you, if you're using Freddie Freeman, I would go get my 12K back. Go get CJ Cron, Devers, Votto, Josh Bell's face of the franchise card. Go do the Guardians collection for Jim Thome. Go get Spencer Torkelson. I just think there's way better first baseman options than Freeman. The same could be said with David Ortiz. You're getting a David Ortiz card to hit you home runs. There's no doubt about that. You're not getting David Ortiz for his gold glove at first base. You are getting him to hit home runs for you. And honestly, this card doesn't have the stats of a regular David Ortiz card that you would want. Only one hitting stat over 100. That's power against righties 106. But I can name you 6 or 7 better first basemen right now that are better than Ortiz, including another cover athlete card in Ryan Howard that is better than Ortiz on paper and in game, in my opinion. Joey Votto, Devers, CJ Cron, Josh Bell is better. Vlad Guerrero is better, obviously. Frank Thomas, Albert Pujols, if you play him at first. Adam Dunn. There are so many better first basemen than David Ortiz. Budget friendly, more expensive options. Right now, we don't have a great David Ortiz card in the game, but eventually he's going to come out with a 99 overall one, and that card will be great. Up next is going to be this 87 overall mini Minoso, and I know sometimes people go for the cheap diamonds just to get themselves that full diamond team, but don't go out and get this mini Minoso, even though he's only about 11,000 stubs right now. He's not worth it. He's not worth it for 11,000 stubs. There are way better options for the same price point, or budget options. There are only a few thousand stubs that are better than mini Minoso. Really doesn't jump out to you anywhere here. The stats aren't great. The only stat over 100 is contact against righties, 109 against righties, dead bat, no power whatsoever, 50 against righties, 45 against lefties. He's not a great defender. All the stats for the most part, high 60s, low 70s here. Okay speed. He can't play a lot of positions, and we will get a better mini Minoso card when he gets his 95 plus overall card. That card will be usable because he's going to have better power, really solid contact. He'll be a way better defender and really good speed. So that card will be pretty solid. But for right now, don't jump at this diamond card to get yourself a full diamond team. Wait for a better card. Use your stubs more wisely. The next card up is going to be Kenny Lofton, and Kenny Lofton cards always look great except for one big aspect of the card, and that is the power category. 53 against righties, 41 against lefties. That's just not going to get it done. I really like Kenny Lofton's swing too. It's very glitchy. He has one of those slap swings that I really like. The card across the board besides the power is really good, honestly, for this point in the year. Really good contact, really good defender, not the best arm, but fielding and reaction time really good. And then the speed, steal, and base running aggression is excellent. He's kind of up there with Buxton in speed and fielding stats. The arm is what holds him back from being that excellent defender like Buxton is. But this Kenny Lofton card, because of lack of arm strength and the lack of power, I just think there's 10 center fielders better than him because the center field position is so stacked right now. Brian Reynolds, Cody Bellinger, Ronald Acuna Jr., Cedric Mullins, the 90 Trout, the regular Trout, both Acunas, Grady Sizemore. There are way better options than Kenny Lofton. If you like somebody with really good contact though, really good speed, this could be your guy. Next up is going to be this Craig Biggio card. If I'm not mistaken, I think this is the same exact card from MLB The Show 21, at least the card art. I don't know about the stats, but the card art, I remember this one from last year. So he has good contact, again, kind of like Kenny Lofton, not great power, and honestly, his swing is bad in my opinion. Don't like his swing like I like Kenny Lofton's, so that's even a bigger knock on this Craig Biggio card. And last year, maybe you would go ahead and get this Craig Biggio card because he's not bad by any means. He's just not great for the second baseman position, but the second baseman position last year was super thin, but that's not the case this year, because if we take a look at some of the second basemen, we have Chase Utley, we have Tommy Edman, we have Jazz, we can put Lindor here, we can put Corey Seager here, Ray Durham, new legend. There are so many better second basemen that we didn't have last year that are in the game this year that we don't have to go ahead and use this 91 overall Craig Biggio as the consolation prize. We can wait on a better Craig Biggio card down the road, so I don't think this one's very good. Next up is going to be Cal Ripken Jr., and I actually think they probably should have gave Cal Ripken Jr. the 99 overall treatment like they did for Clemente at the beginning of the year, because Clemente's card and Ripken's card, they have really good contact but not great power. So at the beginning of the year to get a 99 overall card of both of those guys would make them usable. Cal Ripken Jr. better get a 99 overall card sooner rather than later. This should be one of the legends that gets it fairly soon, because if they wait too long into the year like they did last year, that 99 MLB The Show 21 was way too late. They came out with him way too late in the year. No one used that card when he came out. So this should be one of the first 99 legends to come out this year, because his swing isn't the best. But if they can give us a Ripken with 85 plus power and then the fielding stats are almost maxed out with pretty solid speed, he would be usable. But this 91 overall card, swing isn't the best, power isn't great, dead bat in my opinion. Fielding stats and speed are okay, but he's not even really a top 10 shortstop. Next up is going to be 90 overall Andrew Benintendi. So if you got stuck with this card in the face of the franchise program, I feel bad for you. One of the worst cards in the faces of the franchise program. There are so many better outfielders in the face of the franchise program. That way you don't have to use this Andrew Benintendi. If you're using him again because he's completely free and non-sellable, honestly, just bite the bullet. Go ahead and buy somebody better because he's honestly not very good. On paper, in game, the stats aren't great. The swing is okay. It's not horrible. Actually plays a little bit above the stats, but the stats aren't that good to begin with. He's not the best fielder, doesn't have the best speed. I could probably name 5 or 6 outfielders off the top of my head that are better than Benintendi just in the face of the franchise program. Probably more. Trout, Acuna, Mullins, Haniger, Kyle Tucker, Brian Reynolds, Cody Bellinger, all better than Benintendi. Just buy a better outfielder. The next card up is going to be 88 overall Joe Mauer. Now, I love the 96 overall Joe Mauer. I do think he's the best catcher in the game and a top 3 card in the game, but don't be fooled by this 88 overall Joe Mauer. He is not the 96. He is not close to the 96. Obviously, he's going to have the same swing, but the stats are drastically decreased from that 96 overall card. The power is not going to get it done. The contact is good. The fielding stats aren't that great. They're not horrible, but they're not that great, and the speed isn't that good for this 88 overall Joe Mauer card. I don't even think this card reaches the top 10 catchers list. There are so many better options. Go ahead and use your stubs to go get the Adley Rutschman, who I think is a top 3 catcher in the game. That is probably 15,000 stubs more than this 88 overall Joe Mauer, but when you can get the 96 overall Joe Mauer, he is definitely going to be worth it, but don't be fooled by the name. The 88 overall one is not that good. And the final card we are going to talk about is the 88 overall Rickey Henderson. The contact on this card is pretty solid. He's obviously going to have that 99 speed, 99 steal, 99 base running aggression, but the fielding stats aren't great from this Henderson card yet. The power stats aren't usable at this point yet, but we will get a 99 overall Rickey Henderson at some point with that glitchy swing, with a little bit better power, with the ability to actually get it over the fence, better fielding stats coming with that 99 speed steal and base running aggression. That card will be nasty at some point this year, but this 88 overall one, just not it in my opinion. You can buy him right now though, because he is very cheap, and I do think we are going to get a collection of these type of 88 overall cards, so maybe get him while he's cheap, because I do think we might get a 99 overall Ohtani collection with these cards. All right, everyone, that's gonna do it for the video today. If you enjoyed it and you found it useful, do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you're new. I would greatly appreciate it. Pitchers you should not be using will be out tomorrow, so make sure to stay tuned for that video, and make sure to follow me at my social links, including my Twitch account. We've been live streaming a ton of MLB The Show 22 content over there, so I hope to see you all in the next stream, but have a great rest of your day. Peace.